Welcome to this Zentangle Quickie. My name is Heather Hartwick Gladden. I'm a certified Zentangle teacher, and today I am super excited to share with you a new tangle, Amor Armour, from our fellow Tangle addict Debbi Minero. Excuse me, Debbi has done a number of really neat tangles that we have launched. So it had its world premiere today on our Tangle Time sessions at the time of this recording, that is. Um, Super neat tangle, and we paired it with another tangle that will be tomorrow's daily tangle. So I'm gonna split it up. We did the two today because they work neatly together. So all right, so today armor, no, Amor Armour. It's a tongue twister, that's for sure. All right, all right, let's get this started. I used a thicker pen. I'm just going to use the regular. All right. And I'll show you the samples because we had a lot of fun playing with it. All right. So this is more of a I call it like a freestanding tangle. Although when you look at Deb's step outs, which are in the description section, it's listed for more inspiration. Um, she also shows how you could use this as a border. You can use it singly as a centerpiece, or do multiples of them, and and create a really neat. It's just a really neat tangle. If you want to see all of the gorgeous work that was done, if you go to my website tangleaddicts.com. Link is in the description also, and subscribe to my blog because I'm going to be putting together the recap, I call it, so that'll have links to this video as well as the replays of the sessions and screenshots and whatever pictures that are either sent to me or I swipe from our Facebook group to post, so that way you can just see the amazing work. It's wonderful ideas on how to use this tangle, but sometimes you get ideas on to do elsewhere. So anyway, this one starts off, and I'm just going to do a single one here with a flux shape is what we would call it. So I'm going to start here in the center, or a big tethered orb, whichever way you want to think about it. Or it could be a thought bubble, it could be a teardrop, up to you, however you want to reference it. But I like the tethered orb concept because it's like we're tethering it right here at the center. And as we're coming out, stretching it out, it's almost like blowing a bubble, really. And then coming around back to that same point. And so we're going to do that on both sides. So this is the bottom of wherever you want this to be. Then, or, well, if you're going to do it as a center of something, but this is the base. Some tangles you have to worry about making sure to leave room, above or below or to either sides because, it's going to grow that direction. This one, that is kind of the bottom unless you add extras. Then, on either side of these flux shapes, and I'm going to come in a little bit, but actually let me start on this side. We're going to do a single muka frond, and I'm just deciding how tall do I want to do this. So, like I said, I'm coming in a little bit, and I'm working. I always work. Well, it's the way you would do muka, and if you are not familiar with muka, I know I have a video on that. So we're going to come up, go around, and as if we're going to do a spiral, and I'm just going to stop right there and move my hand. So as if, and then stop at a certain point, and then come back down. And, kind of aura-ing the line that you have before. And then we're going to do the same thing on the opposite direction. Oh, pretty close. I was like, I am not looking at what... I was thinking to turn my tile so I could see this one. But then again, it's like, well, I'm not worrying about it. Okay. Then, from this little center point where we started, we're just going to do a nice, just a curve line up till, maybe about the middle of this section. And then one to the other side. Like so. Now, if you were to make these taller, this is one of the ways that you can play with this. If you make these muka fronds taller, then you could add more of these curve lines and have fun. Like I said, take a look at for more inspiration because Deb outlines that, shows some really nice examples. Okay, then from, say, around the center of these little mukas, we're going to do a big a double curve line or an M. You can see what's taking shape already. It's just so clever. Just clever. Um, and then from there, I'm going to decorate the top. And so um, I like how Deb put a little muka on this side, and then what we call a fancy fescue on the other side, which is just the straight line, kind of like coming up here, but that line just loops back on itself, and then we fill it in. And of course, if you want to decorate that top differently, you go right ahead and have so much fun, as much fun as you want to have. And that is basically it. I do like to add. We'll do a little bit of shading here too. I like to add my favorite thing in the world, the line dot dot. And sometime I'm just going to do a presentation on the line dot dot because it's just so neat. And then on these little mukas, I like to put a little, I call it a little swoosh, this little C shape. It kind of, makes it look like a dimple or something. It just gives it a nice effect. All right, now for an idea on shading. Let's do this. I'm just going to do right down here and stop there. I on one that I have a sample, and I did all the way around, and you'll see why. And it's like, well, I'm not sure if I like it. I just keep playing with it. It was on a prepped tile, which means it has ink on the background, so it was very busy. And I like that. Maybe come up here a little bit. Yeah, and then I'm just gonna do. I'm not gonna go all the way around. I think I'm just gonna do these tops, like in the center here. I can always go down the sides if I want. Oh, I think I like that. Yeah, I do. I just like to soften up that edge so it's not this hard, hard edge. That though. Okay. Yeah, like it. Oh, and I didn't put a little. And like I said, then you can have fun with a number of things. Um, Actually, I'm going to. Well, do I want to or do I not want to? I've come up with something different. I'm going to round these corners. Oh, I kind of like that. Oh, I'm going to put an additional line dot dot in there. Love it. And then this is just calling for some graphite down here in the center coming out. Maybe a little on this tip. And this one to give it a little curve. Oh, all right, super cute. I love the black white shades of gray. I really do. It's just something neat about what can you make out of that, and how much fun can you have? This much fun. All right. I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, would love to have you click like. And if you feel free to share it, leave comments, and if you liked it enough to see more, would love to have you be a subscriber to the channel. I usually save that for way later when everyone's like, "Okay, we're done with the tangle," and okay, bye. And but I appreciate any and all of those activities as it helps tell the algorithm, hey, people like this. They think it's kind of cool, and other people might like it too. So let's share it with people that like the same things these people like. all of that stuff. All right, so this is one I did earlier, um, using obviously a black Zendala and some of the Moonlight uh, pens, gel pens from Sakura. Just really neat, and put print humps behind or in the big heart, and just looks really neat. And then, oh, and this is the tangle that we will be doing tomorrow. Just a little sneak preview. So that's one, and then this is the one. This was on, like I said, what I call a prepped tile. This one, it was prepped with some shiny um, ink. I can't remember what it was, but it was shiny. Um, and this one, I was gonna try to do them, do four from the center, but I wasn't gonna fit them in, so I just did two. Just kind of mirrored it, and it looks rather neat. So lots of fun. This can look, you know. Oh, maybe I like it that way. I don't know. Anyway, it looks like scribbles in there with that white, because that's what I did to begin with. Sometimes with these torch ends, if you put it more on its side, so you can use the grooves to grab what's there and move it around, that's helpful. This, I'm putting it more on this side than I normally would. Oh, there we go. So I was trying to make it look, you know, like interesting glass or something. I don't know. But it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. Um, so again, I hope that you enjoyed this. And if you would like to have fun online with us when we explore or premiere tangles, we'd love to have you join us. In the description section, I mentioned already that you can find links to the step outs. I always do my own version as well as link to the creator of the tangle. And below that is a link to my website. And there you can find the classes that I do. A lot of them are free. I do have some that are paid, so I can keep the lights on and keep myself in pens and paper and whatnot. Below that, if you happen to be on Facebook, you can follow my page. So I have a link to there first, and then after that, we have a private Facebook community, and it's just a lot of fun. It really is. A fun and positive experience, and yeah. So if you'd like to, have conversations, tangle with some other tangle addicts, we would love to have you. Just so you know, I have a couple of, I have 4 question things, membership questions, so that are there for to gain entry into the group. So just so that we are aware. And I think that's it. What a fun day I've had with this gorgeous tangle. My goodness. All right. So with that, thanks again so much for watching, and I wish you happy tangling.